Hey everybody, so I wanted to talk to you about at the end here. So we've been talking about DNA, how it affects your health, and how knowing it is so important. And with that, one of the things that I really want to emphasize is I have been in the natural world for a very long time. Many different ways you can detox, many different things you can use, whether it's naturopathic, homeopathy, oils, diet remedies. Maybe you do some acupuncture, things like that. There is so many ways that you can do one thing when it comes to natural medicine. And that's why I feel like I've been around this my whole life, but when you really look at what functional medicine and getting it all together in one area and DNA, knowing that, it really brings it home. It brings it down really deep and says, if you know this, we can do something about it. And here's what you can do. One of the genes that I has been around the news is the MTHFR gene, and that is been kind of around just for detoxing, right? Well, there's actually another one that's hugely on the detoxing spectrum, and that is the EPHX1. And it is huge. Like, it's all about the car exhaust, the smoke that we're in, the pesticides, the everything. It's about decoding that and actually functioning in your DNA and making your DNA work and get rid of that toxins that we're all exposed to, whether we live in it or our world has it in it. So some of the things that you can do for that specific gene. So let's just say you have that gene, whether it is something you got from one parent or from two parents. You have a disposition or a malfunction in that one gene. So your body's not correlating detoxifying correctly, no matter what. So we need to make it work. Well, how are you going to make it work? This is where it gets cool is if I knew I had that gene, I would be able to help myself. There's proven things that can help your body detox if you have that gene. And green tea extract is one of them. So how many people drink green tea extract every single day in order to help with those toxins in the world? Probably not a lot. The other thing is milk thistle. Well, where are you going to get milk thistle? How are you going to get it? How much the quantity of it? Who's taking it every day? Like you should. Because you have to remember these exposures are a daily thing. So we need to up our body daily so we get those right nutrition, the right supplements to help protect our body on a daily basis. Artichoke extract. This is the one I have never actually heard of or where to get it. I have done milk thistle, green tea, obviously, we can do that extract. Broccoli and kale. Well, I love my broccoli, not so much my kale. I'm not a very good person when it comes to like actually eating that daily or a lot of it. I like my salads, but you know, the texture thing. So another one is burdock root powder, some berry powders, some kola herb extract. So what I'm trying to get at is these are proven things that if this genetic disposition is off, if you take this nutritional supplement of these 5-8 things daily, that it will help your body function when it gets exposed to these things to actually detoxify it correctly. Now, where do we get this all? How do we start? This is where it got overwhelming. My mom's always told me, like, here's your line of 800 things that you should be taking in a day. Well, if I sat there all morning taking a teaspoon of everything all day long, that would be most beneficial, correct? Probably, because I'm feeding the best things to my body, but it's unrealistic. And when I found DNA nutrition, that's when it was like, this is the missing link. This is where people that know your DNA can help your DNA, and you know exactly what you need. Instead of just taking from all of these little things every day, you can put it all together in a nutritional supplement and say, here, you take this daily and your body will function correctly. And that was an aha moment in my natural world of just being very natural-minded, naturopathic functional medicine, all of that. And so it really was the missing link in what I found, because I knew about all these things. I knew about almost most of these herbal remedies or herbs that they're talking about. But to get them in your diet is where we all struggle. So I wanted to touch base on that because it is overwhelming. We've fed you with all this information, and now what to do? Unless you had a tincture of every little thing on your counter and every morning took a teaspoon of it, it'd be very hard to get it all in. So this is where knowing your DNA and getting involved in a company that can offer you nutrition supplements accordingly is definitely something on the rise, and I think a lot of people are going to be interested in wanting to do for themselves. So I hope that doesn't confuse, but I hope it helps just open your mind a little bit on why knowing your DNA is so important, but let's do something about it as well.